It's time for Darkseid's next invasion of Earth 2, and this time, he's coming himself. The multiverse is vast in the DC universe. Each world within the multiverse has a major or minor change to the heroes that we know and love. And on Earth 2, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman sacrificed their lives to stop Darkseid's initial invasion push. They were remembered for years, but the world was without defenses, without their wonders. And Darkseid's forces came back to once again prepare this planet for their master. This time, new wonders rose. The Flash, Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, Dr. Fate, Red Tornado, Aquawoman, Jimmy Olsen, Val Zod, and even a new Batman stood against Darkseid's forces. They fought against an evil Superman known as Brutal, and while this was going on, Terry Sloan, Mr. Terrific, and Mr. Miracle were captured by Bedlam. Using his mind control on them, they were able to teleport the planet of Apokolips next to Earth. In the end, our heroes discovered that the evil Superman was actually a clone, and they defeated him, and then Aquawoman broke Bedlam's hold over the smartest men on the planet. In the confusion at the end of the battle, Bedlam managed to recapture Mr. Miracle, Terry Sloan, and Mr. Terrific to begin a third invasion plan of Earth 2. The entire video series chronicling the first two invasions is in the playlist down below. Now our wonders have been dealing with the aftermath. There are still parademons all over the planet attacking, and they have been split into two groups to stop them. While this is going on, the World Army is preparing a defense for the next attack. They know it's coming. The Flash is running around the world gathering intel from every location since communications around the world were destroyed in the second invasion. As the Flash runs into the Chicago stronghold, we see three individuals in refuge: Dick Grayson, Barbara Grayson, his wife, and their son Johnny. Things are bad, the entire world is in ruins and everyone is trying to recover from the destruction. But Grayson's goal is to keep his family safe. Nothing will change that. Across the world in Switzerland, two individuals have finally found a way home. During the first invasion, Supergirl and Robin went missing when they chased some of Darkseid's troops through a boom tube. They ended up on Earth Prime and took the names Power Girl and Huntress. Then they found a way to get back home to Earth 2, and they arrived to see all of the destruction as they look on in shock. And then they see a television displaying this world's heroes: a new Superman, a new Batman, and a woman in red. Val, Batman, Green Lantern, and Lois are all trying to save people as one of Apokolips's fire pits erupts in the middle of the city. Earth is still highly unstable as Apokolips is trying to ruin the planet itself. Lois wonders if it's even worth saving. They can't stop the planet from destroying itself, and that's when Power Girl and Huntress fly over. While this is happening, Bedlam is keeping control of his servants. They will build him a new way to bring Apokolips here. The planet was prepared, now they just need to finish what they started. Luckily, Mr. Miracle has been waiting for the right moment to break free, and that's when a boom tube to Apokolips opens up once again. Miracle realizes that it's either now or never to act against Bedlam. Power Girl and Huntress land and they demand to know who these imposters are. Who dares wear the symbol of Superman and Batman? Batman is in shock. Helena, I thought you died. It's me, Thomas Wayne, your grandfather. And Lois explains that it is her in this robot body. So Kara embraces her, calling her Mama. But before any more happy moments can start, the boom tube brings forth what it was summoning. In Pakistan, London, Brazil, and Geneva, creatures of Apokolips rise out of the fire pits. The Furies of Apokolips! Our heroes all go into a fight with the woman calling herself Khalid. But without even breaking a sweat, she manages to throw Power Girl aside, drop Huntress, dispose of the Green Lantern, and drop Batman. Power Girl comes up from behind and tries to hold Khalid, but she throws Power Girl into Val Zod, taking him out of the equation. Meanwhile, back at the World Army's base, Jimmy Olsen, a kid with the ability to control and read any technology, can see the Furies rising, and he warns how bad this just got. Commander Khan of the World Army puts in a call to Batman, telling him that there are 3 more of these Furies rising. As Batman puts out the call to tell Hawkgirl, Dr. Fate, and Aquawoman where to go, he then sends the Green Lantern off to Brazil. While everyone is getting ready to fight, the parademons rise out of the fire pits, but they aren't the normal parademons. They are the reanimated corpses of everyone that has died. Apokolips is using Earth's own dead against them. And with that realization, Khalid jumps back in to fight the Wonders. Back at the World Army's base, Major Sato and Commander Khan look at the reports of a very large object en route to Earth. It's Apokolips. It's finally here. So Commander Khan tells her to look into Dodd's search for Oliver Queen. They're going to need Oliver Queen. Khalid knocks Lois out and then grabs a civilian, stabbing the civilian in the back and changing her into a parademon. They don't even need people to be fully dead anymore. The woman screams out in pain as she begins to change into a follower of Apokolips. Over with Bedlam. Mr. Miracle uses his abilities to break the mind control over Mr. Terrific and Terry Sloan. Like he said, it's now or never. Mr. Miracle pushes himself, Sloan, and Bedlam into the labyrinth that is Sloan's mind, hoping to lose Bedlam there. Bedlam uses Sloane's own guilt against him by summoning those that he killed when he opened up the fire pits. In his mind, he finds himself fighting those souls that he sacrificed. But Miracle pushes Bedlam aside, breaking his hold, and Sloane digs his thumbs into Bedlam's eyes before throwing him down into the deeper recesses of his own mind. Then they leave the mindscape and are free. The greatest minds on the planet are back on the side of good. They make their way to the World Army's base, and it's there that they get the report. Apokolips will collide with the planet in 24 days. Back with the Wonders, they are still fighting against Kali, and she manages to cut Huntress, Lois, and Power Girl with a weird weapon, turning them into members of Darkseid's army. In 3 quick moves, they drop Batman and Val Zod. Then Kali stands over the two of them victorious with her new toys. She goes in to smash Batman's head, and Val wakes up just in time to grab Batman at super speed and get him out of there. Huntress jumps into battle against Batman, and Val Zod begins fighting against Power Girl, and Kali gives Lois the order to watch, then destroy the city. She has things to do. Back at the World Army's headquarters, the order to interrogate Mr. Miracle has come down, but Commander Khan refuses, so they send in Dodds, the Sandman, to conduct it. Mr. Miracle is playing along, but he's growing tired of these games. He is here to help, and he wants his mother box back. Over in London, Hawkgirl and Dr. Fate have arrived, prepared to defend it, but another individual fell into the multiverse, and he now finds himself on Earth 2, John Constantine. Back with Batman and Superman, they are getting wrecked by their former friends. Luckily, as Kali leaves, Lois's systems realize that something is wrong, and they begin to reset her memories, freeing her of Kali's hold. She manages to create massive tornadoes around Kara and Helena, knocking them to their senses. With Kali gone, Batman realizes that they need to go to the source of the fire pits. They need to stop these pits finally. Back at the World Army's base, Big Barda and Fury break open the roof of the interrogation room, freeing Mr. Miracle. He insists that he told them to be patient. Meanwhile, Batman calls up the Green Lantern to ask if he can protect the surface while he goes into the fire pits with Lois, Helena, Kara, and Val Zod. Green Lantern lets Batman know that he lost sight of the creature in Brazil, but he will watch the surface. He then asks if anyone's heard from Aqua Woman. This whole time, she's been swimming down to Atlantis, and it is there that she finds that most of its inhabitants are dead. A Fury has slaughtered them all. Back at the World Army headquarters, Mr. Miracle learns why Big Barda and Fury couldn't wait. The armies of Apokolips have breached the island, and the battle has begun on Amazonia Island, where the World Army is. Mr. Miracle runs into the main room and Commander Khan offers him a trade. His mother box in return for intelligence on how to infiltrate Apokolips. It's their only option, to return with an invasion of their own. Mr. Miracle agrees, but tells Commander Khan that it won't work. Everyone on this world is lost. There is only one way to save them. Jimmy Olsen brings the mother box over, and Mr. Miracle is surprised that the mother box didn't fry him for touching it. He must be chosen. When Jimmy asks what for, he tells him it is not for him to say. Realizing that the mother box has answers, Fury demands to know her history. Miracle warns her that she isn't ready for it, but she touches the box anyway, and she learns that Steppenwolf is her father, Wonder Woman is her mother, and Steppenwolf killed Wonder Woman and then used his own daughter to slaughter the other Amazons. While this is going on, Aqua Woman calls up Commander Khan to let him know Atlantis has fallen, and she will use their secret weapon on the world. She is sorry. Back with the Green Lantern, he is finally able to relax when out of nowhere, Grundy breaks out of the ground, the Avatar of the Gray, to fight against the Avatar of the Green. Meanwhile, at the World Army's base, Miracle returns to the group to tell them that no humans can survive a trip to Apokolips. And Sloane and Terrific tell them that they have ideas. They are the smartest people on the planet. Over in the fire pits, the group has outfitted themselves with prototype suits from the World Army, and they are prepared to descend into the fire pit. But before they can get very far inside, Darkseid grabs Helena by the foot, and he holds her over the fire pit's hottest portions. Back in Brazil, the Green Lantern begins battling against Grundy, but their battle is quickly stopped as the Green itself arrives and tells both of them that they need to work together to save the planet. They have to team up with the other avatars, the red, the blue, and the white, and if they don't, the entire world will be lost. Meanwhile, back at the World Army's base, Jimmy Olsen is hit with a message from the Mother Box, informing him that he has a special mind and a special role, and today, he dies. Inside the fire pit, the team tries to save Helena, but Darkseid doesn't even waste time jumping into the fire pit holding Helena. No one even dares follow. Kara screams out since she just lost her friend, her sister, but Thomas Wayne isn't going to be defeated by that. He chugs down more of his drugs that give him speed and strength, and then he tells them that they are going to finish this. They are the solution. And they walk deeper into the fire pits to discover the most shocking discovery of them all. Clark Kent, Superman himself, unconscious and laid out on the floor of the fire pits. When we ended the first arc for Earth 2, I told you guys that it wasn't over, and I hope you are ready for one heck of a ride, because if you thought the first one was crazy, this one is 10 times worse. I swear, DC doesn't like these guys with how they treat them. Follow me on Twitter at Comicstorian and Instagram at Comicstorian, and I'll see you guys next time right here.